To begin, I'll open the intention ledger and create a new intention. For this demonstration, I'm going to create a health and wellness intention. In the title field, I'll write, "Restore my body with balance and discipline." This title becomes the anchor for the work. It gives the intention a clear direction. Next is the mantra field. For now, I'll use a simple starting mantra. I return to balance. Later, this can be refined after running a Codex extraction. The user may discover a more aligned vibrational word, mantra, or cross-cultural resonance inside the deeper analysis. So the mantra can begin simply, then evolve as the intention becomes clearer. For the key phrase, I'll write, I support my body daily with rest, movement, nourishment, and calm discipline. This turns the intention into a direct affirmation. It gives the mind and body a clear statement to return to. Next, I'll choose the category that best fits this intention. In this case, health or wellness. Then I'll set a future target date, not as pressure, but as a point of focus. Now, I'll save the intention. Once saved, this is no longer just a note. It becomes a living record inside PrimeAether. From here, the intention can be connected to energetic grids, deposits, manifestations, Codex analysis, frequency extraction, and companion journal work. This is the first step, turning a private desire into a structured spiritual practice. Now that the intention has been created, the next step is to extract a personal code. PrimeAether uses different anchors to build a deeper Codex extraction. One of those anchors can come from the user's name. For this demonstration, I'll use Nikola Tesla as an example. The name code is created from the user's birth name together with selected parental name components. In this example, we are using Nikola Tesla as the birth name, Milutin Tesla as the father's full name, and Georgina Mandich as the mother's full birth name. For the constructed name, we take the user's own name, the mother's first name, and the father's first and last name. So the full constructed name becomes Nikola Georgina Milutin Tesla. Now I'll enter this full constructed name into the Gematria calculator. Then I click Calculate. The calculator now generates a numerical code value. For this example, the code is 4088. The sacred numerology profile gives additional symbolic insight into the code. A user can read this section, export it, or write the number down. But for this walkthrough, the most important thing is the code itself. 4088 becomes one of the personal anchors we will use later in the full Codex extraction. At this point, we now have two important pieces. The intention has been created, and the personal name code has been extracted. The next step is to extract the birth chart. The birth chart gives us the planetary alignment, which acts as another access point for discovering the codes connected to the intention. PrimeAether uses the natal chart as a symbolic map of planetary alignment at the time and place of birth. This gives the system another access point for discovering patterns connected to the intention. For this demonstration, I'll continue with Nikola Tesla. In the birth date field, I'll enter July 10, 1856. For the birth time, I'll use 12 a.m. And for the birthplace, I'll enter Smiljan, Croatia. Once the location is selected, PrimeAether detects the latitude, longitude, and time zone automatically. For the house system, I'll keep the default setting. Now I'll click Generate Natal Chart. This creates the planetary chart that we can use as another symbolic layer in the full Codex extraction. At this stage, we now have three important pieces forming the foundation of the work: the intention, the personal name code, and the birth chart alignment.